Good morning, everyone. So, the moon is still playing tricks on us. And through the weekend, we're going to have this moon trine Pluto, and that is really forcing us to look into our subconscious. The moon is all about our feelings, the things that we don't talk about, the things that we kind of hold in, and Pluto is also about the subconscious, but it's very deep. It rules Scorpio. Pluto's also in retrograde. It's been one of those weeks where we have to get super honest with ourselves. Like, I literally had a mini meltdown this morning, and I had to be talked off the ledge, basically. Um, it wasn't that bad, but I did need to vent. So if you are really feeling like you need to vent right now, let yourself do it. Find a trusted companion to do it with, because holding all of that stuff in is really not healthy. Plus, once you get it out and once you actually say it out loud, sometimes it sounds a lot sillier than what you were putting in your head. Like, I even started a text to a friend of mine, and as I was texting, I was like, well, that's not true. Delete, 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 delete. Because I was being like super obnoxious and negative, and I'm like, neither one of those really. I can be, I'm human, so I can be obnoxious, I can be negative. But like, as I was texting this stuff, it just, like, I was just being over dramatic and obnoxious. And so this Pluto and moon trine, it just means that the moon being in Taurus, we also have Uranus in Taurus that is in relationship to the moon as well. So, and Uranus is all about change and transformation. It's about innovation. It's about switching things up. And it's been doing that, and it'll be doing that for a while in Taurus. But these aspects can only sort of give us a glimpse to what we really need to see. And a lot of what we are seeing is at an extremely deep level right now. If you're really, really uncomfortable with yourself, or you're really uncomfortable with the path that you're on, or you're really uncomfortable with what you're doing in your life, it's going to be shining like super, super bright right now. Sometimes we have to be in the place that we're in and be really, really uncomfortable with what we're doing, because we're supposed to be learning a lesson through it. Not everything is going to be easy. Your path to being at your full potential and your greatest capacity, that path, that journey that you're going on, is not being handed to you on a silver platter. There will be moments that will seem a lot easier than other moments, that where you're like walking through the mud, walking through quicksand, feel like you're not getting anywhere, feel like everybody's against you. You feel like you're at a dead-end job. You feel like everything, right? But here's the thing: is sometimes, like, I've been there. I've been in the job. It wasn't even a dead-end job. Like, I probably could have. Excuse me. I probably could have gone further in my career than where I was, even when I left it. But it wasn't. It wasn't fulfilling my soul. It wasn't fulfilling my purpose, right? But sometimes we have to, because even in that career that I was in for 15 years, I learned so much about responsibility, and I learned so much about growth, and I learned so much that if I stay stagnant, even in a career like that, like, I started off as a secretary and I worked my way up to a project manager, and I didn't even have to go to school or anything like that. It was all through life experiences. It was all through work experiences. And so I know how to do it. Like, I know how to that, and it taught me that 15-year experience of starting at the bottom and getting to the top taught me how to climb the steps to get there without throwing other people under the bus, without being evil about any of it, right? It was just out of who I was, who I am, and how I managed to grow. So why do I tell these stories about myself? A lot of people have commented, oh, not a lot. There have been a couple of people that have commented, why do you talk so much about yourself? Because I want to show you guys that I'm relatable to what you're going through. My life isn't about a YouTube channel where I just read cards and everything is love and light. That's not what this is. That's what you see. But behind the scenes, there are so many more variables to what I do in my life. And it's not perfect. And I want you guys to see that even though this is what I do on a day-to-day basis, the knowledge that I give you guys, it comes from my own intuition. It comes from the energy that I'm feeling. It comes from the spirit guides that I've chose when I was born, that have been with me since the day that I was born. And you have them too. And so I want you guys to realize how relatable this all is, and that I deal with the energy on a daily basis as well. So if you're in a place where you feel like you're alone, first of all, you're not. This energy can spark some really, really negative thought processes, because we are going deep into the subconscious to learn things about ourselves, on how we can grow and how we can heal and how we can learn new things. Okay. So if you're finding yourself in a place where you are in a super negative spot, don't allow yourself to sit there for too long, because there is so much more that you have to grow from and you have to learn. And people ask me why we're going through all these ascension symptoms and why all of this, and I talked about it a little bit yesterday, where we're raising the vibration of the earth. But why do we have to be so miserable while we're doing it? It's really your ego telling you how miserable you are, because you actually aren't that miserable. We just naturally push against, like, if it doesn't make sense, we naturally push against it. Right? It's a human thing to do, where we're going to naturally push against whatever it is that we think that we're supposed to be doing right now. May not be what we actually are supposed to be doing. And because we think we know best, we're going to have like this defense mechanism and push against it. Okay. So I'm going to shuffle these a couple of times this way. And we will see Venus is moving into Leo tomorrow. So that'll be like bright and sunshiny. But right now, and the funny thing is the energy that's happening right now, where we're really having to dig deep and look within ourselves, is helping us to love so much more, because you're learning how to love yourself every day. And the more you learn how to love yourself, and the more you dig that deep to get to love yourself, the more you're going to be able to love other people. It is a huge misconception that somebody else can heal you. You have to be able to heal yourself. Somebody else's love is not going to heal you, because somebody else's love is temporary. Your love is forever. It is a constant existence, right? It is always going to be there. You can always trust yourself. So we have the Wheel of Fortune and we have the Queen of Wands. And this is exactly what I'm saying. Like, Leo season is going to be a game changer. I'm literally hearing that Leo season is going to be a game changer. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. So we have the Fire Woman and we have the Earth Woman here. And which is so interesting, because as we move into August, it'll be Leo season and then Virgo season. So we have both of the Divine Feminine showing up in a fiery way and an earthy way. This is going to be a game changer. And it could be that there's somebody who's in your life that is helping you shift your energy for you. Like I said, it's not that somebody else is going to heal you by their love, but you can have friendships and you can have relationships in your life where they kind of give you that shove. They give you that push forward, and you're able to change the energy because of that. So if you have somebody in your life right now that is kind of pushing you forward, it's almost as if they're giving you the go, you know, the magic, right? That's really the way I want to say it. So I have the Magician. It's almost as if this person is giving you the magic to continue on after all of this. So there are people in your life and then we have the Two of Cups. And now the Two of Cups, yes, it can be about a love relationship, but it's also about a soulmate relationship. So even if you don't have like, if there's not like a love thing going on here, there's still, the Two of Cups also represents the soulmate. It represents the person that you can count on, that person that is going to be right there by your side. And then we have the Four of Cups. But you have to be willing to open your eyes up and see what the universe is offering. What the universe is offering to you. That Four of Cups seems very, very apathetic in this spread. It feels very apathetic to me. So I almost want to say that in order for you to allow yourself to see things in a much clearer way, I almost want to say that, I mean, like this guy, he needs to open up his eyes to see that it's not just with what he has in front of him, but there's so much more being given. But he needs to really open himself up and allow himself to see that. Let's see what this Wheel of Fortune is. Aha. 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 Okay. So this may have to do with a relationship. Which is very interesting. So I also got the Ten of Wands that came out at the same time. So I have the Lovers and the Ten of Wands on the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like I can tell some of you that what you've been working towards when it comes to relationships, when it comes to the relationship, this isn't going to resonate with everybody, okay? But I'm really feeling a twin flame vibe here. I'm feeling a, which it's so funny because I was feeling that down here, but I didn't want to. Sometimes I wish that I would just say what I'm feeling instead of being like, no, that can't be it. I even second guess myself often. And then the cards like shock the hell out of me. And I'm like, all right, I get it. I get it. I get it. But this Lovers and the Ten of Wands, it's like if you feel like you've just had this uphill battle constantly, I feel like that battle's coming to an end. I feel like the hardships of it all. And that doesn't necessarily mean that your twin flame is just going to come knocking on your door or your phone's going to ring or you're going to get a text message or something like that. Like, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you're done fighting the process. You're done working so hard and going an uphill battle, not in a bitter, negative way. Like, let's not go there. I know that a lot of people are really bitter and really angry about the whole twin flame experience. To me, this feels more like you've aligned with yourself, which is what the twin flame experience is. It's all about alignment within yourself. And once you align within yourself, that's when you can align with a person on the outside, outside of you, of your existence, right? it feels very destined. I feel like something is happening where there's this kind of a destined outcome. Now, remember that divine timing is still at play here. You can work hard. You can work extremely hard, over and over and over again, and still feel like you are fighting an uphill battle, right? But so the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, this could represent the divine feminine in two different ways, but it can also represent, just because they're both queens doesn't mean that one of them can't be male. We all have divine feminine and masculine within us. But on the Queen of Wands, I have the Two of Wands. So I feel like there's a decision that needs to be made either about a Queen of Wands, or the Queen of Wands is making a decision. And this decision has everything to do with her future. Absolutely everything to do with her future. And everything that is culminating, right? So, because if you look at this Two of Wands, he's holding the world in his hand there. And he's looking out into the distance. It feels like, I want to say, there's so much more that the Queen of Wands wants. Then we have the Nine of Wands on the Queen of Pentacles. And again, it seems like the Queen of Pentacles is just like done fighting, but look at how much she's accomplished. I feel like both of these women, if they're both representing women, kind of feels like they are. Like I'm getting pulled to the feminine side on both of them. I feel like both of these women have a very special, interesting connection where they've been battling the same fight for a very, very long time. And they're both really waiting for something bigger, better, and new to show up in their life, if that makes sense. Now, if you are one of these women, or you're both of these women combined, or you're men, you're one of these, or you're both of these combined as a man, again, general reading, you don't have to be a woman to resonate. But the feminine energy is telling me that she wants more out of existence. And that and I feel like Source is saying, you're almost there. You're almost there. Now, remember, we go through these cycles, many of them in a lifetime. So it's almost as if she's ending one cycle. And remember, once the feminine ends a cycle, it's going to be a whole new cycle coming up very soon. So you sort of have to allow yourself to see this not as a destination, but a journey, right? There is no such thing as a destination when it comes to this. Then we have the Knight of Wands on the Magician. I feel like the feminine right now, the feminine energy right now is so strong because of all this moon energy that we're getting. And all the moon stuff that's happened in the last week, the feminine energy is like out, right? It's out in full force. She's not entirely sure what it is that she wants to manifest, but she knows that she's manifesting things. With this Knight of Wands, it's almost as if, yes, I'm going to manifest things this way, and then I'm going to manifest stuff this way. And remember the Two of Cups? Twos are all about decisions in tarot. So the Two of Cups could even be that there's a decision in love here, or there's a decision that needs to be made when it comes to a relationship, or there's a decision that needs to be made. Yes, and the decision is, again, we're going through this cycle. The decision is, are we done with this cycle? Are we still moving forward in a cycle? Are we going to complete this cycle within this relationship and then start over again? Like there are decisions, right, that have to come to the forefront. And nobody said it was going to be easy. Nobody said it was going to be easy. And if you get into a relationship where you just want things to be easy, that's a soulmate relationship. That is like, if it's really, really easy, it's a soulmate relationship. If you don't have to fight a hard battle, soulmate relationship. Some soulmate relationships, it's almost like the kindred spirit, right? Those are the easy ones. I feel like what this cycle is more of, it's not necessarily needing to end something. I don't feel like something's ending here. What I feel like is I need more. I need more from this existence. I need more from this life. I feel like I've been walking an uphill battle. Please help, me feel a little bit more happy and consistent, because right now it feels like there's a lot of apathy when it comes to relationships. Or it feels like there's a lot of apathy when it comes to a particular relationship, or you're not working on it. You're not trying to make it, you're not healing. You're not learning the lessons, and you're not healing, right? I said that and this card flew out. Okay. You're not working on it. Like I said, 8 of Pentacles. Instead of being apathetic, so the cycle that's ending right now is the apathy. The cycle that's ending right now is the not caring, because I feel like there is a point where you have to start manifesting from a different position. And if you're not in a relationship and you're trying to manifest a relationship, I feel like a lot of you have given up, and I'm here to tell you not to give up. Like, don't be like, oh, I guess there just isn't anybody out there for me. I guess I'm just gonna like move on or whatever. Like, I don't need to be in a relationship. I don't need a man. I don't need a woman. You know what I mean? Because some of you are really tired of fighting the battle to find somebody. You don't find anybody. The universe brings that person to you. Now, the universe isn't going to just bring somebody to you if you're sitting on your couch and not doing anything. Some of you actually need to like get up and get moving. And allow yourself. We also have, is it Mars and, what is that? Hold on a second. Let me look. Jupiter and the Sun. And, hold on a second. Mars and Jupiter are trine, and the Moon and Pluto are trine. Okay. So, and so with that Mars and Jupiter trine, we actually talked about this earlier in the week. This is that go-getter kind of energy. And it's been a little bit shadowed because of all this moon stuff that's happened. And when I say the moon stuff, I mean the moon was square Mercury, the moon was square Venus, Mercury and Venus were conjunct. There was a lot of really, really heavy energy when it came to the things that we wanted to say and the things that we wanted to feel, but we couldn't quite push it out. And a lot of us were just wiped out from it, like just wiped out from that moon. And it almost felt like a full moon happened that day, which was like, what, Wednesday? So, but this Mars and Jupiter energy there is there. The Mars and Jupiter trine energy, that trine just means that they're all in the same element. Mars is in Leo, Jupiter is in Sagittarius, Chiron is in Aries. And so we are looking at the strongest part of who we really, really, really want to be, and pushing forward and allowing ourselves to push forward in positive ways. So don't give up right now. Now is not the time to give up. There's going to be a lot of anxiety. There's going to be a lot of question marks. There are going to be a lot of things like, should I keep moving forward? Should I go back to where I wanted, from where I came from? Keep moving forward. Keep yourself always moving in a forward direction. Don't look backwards. Even if the forward direction does not look exactly the way that you wanted it to, even if that forward direction means that you have to work in a job that you're not really super comfortable doing because it's not feeding your soul purpose, work on your soul purpose, work the damn horrible job at the same time, and keep taking, because there's a reason why you're doing that job. There's a reason why you're still in a position where you're not able to do your full soul purpose yet, and it's just because you're not ready. And not being ready is not a bad thing. That just means that there's a little bit more growth there. A lot of times we just want to skip all the steps and we just want to jump right into what we think we're supposed to be doing in our life. Well, if we already know what we're supposed to be doing, you know you're going to get there. But you have to take the needed steps forward to do it. You can't jump in the deep end if you don't know how to swim. You will drown. There's a reason why we learn how to swim. Okay? And you can't cheat by using floaties because maybe something will come up and pop the floaty. That's a temporary fix, right? A floaty is a temporary fix. You can't actually swim with floaties on. You just bob up and down. Best analogy I can give for today. I love you guys. I hope you're doing better and feeling better after the last couple of days of energy. Remember that I still have 5 of these necklaces available on the website. There's actually going to be more on the website. I'm getting another shipment in this weekend. So there will be more. I will be in Chicago next weekend on Saturday. I hope to see you there. That's going to be really fun. I've never been to Chicago before. Like, I've been to Chicago, but I've never actually been to Chicago and seen it and stayed. So I'm really, really excited to go. It's going to be a really fast trip, but I'm really excited to go. Also, I will be in Antelope Valley, which is just outside of Los Angeles. I'll be in Antelope Valley on August 24th. Still looking for a place in San Francisco and Portland, but I know that I will be there. I think with San Francisco, I'm probably going to be in San Francisco. It'll be like a Monday or Tuesday evening. It's the only way that I think I'm going to be able to do it. So just with like the drive time and stuff, but still trying to do it. So I love you guys. Take really good care of yourselves. I hope you're doing well. I am taking personal readings right now. So just for a couple more weeks, I will have the personal reading schedule open and ready to go. If you want to get a personal reading, Leo birthday readings are still available. Today is the last day to get your Cancer birthday reading. And I will start the general Leo season energy readings this weekend. I love you guys. Bye.